So for today's deep dive, we're looking at an ancient civil conflict from the book of Judges, chapter 20. But we're not just treating it like some historical text.
No, not at all. We're actually going to look at it through the cold, clear lens of military theory.
And it reveals this kind of strategic failure where you achieve what looks like a total victory, but you've actually suffered a crushing defeat.
It really forces you to ask a foundational question, If you achieve your goal, if you compel your opponent to do what you want, which is how Karl von Clausewitz defined war.
Right, an act of violence to fulfill our will.
Exactly. But if your own community is just shattered in the process, can you really call that a victory?
We call that concept a victory that is a defeat.
And you see it play out over and over again.
Our sources point this out right away. I mean, you look at internal conflicts like the U.S. Civil War, it's this collision of wills inside a single nation that's so catastrophic.
That unpredictability it's just devastating. So, okay, let's set the stage for this story.
Yeah, where does it start?
It all begins in a town called Gibeah in the territory of Benjamin. Some local criminals murder a Levite's concubine.
And the Levite's response is, it's horrifying, but it's designed to mobilize. He cuts the body into 12 pieces and sends one to each of the other tribes.
The response is massive.
It is. The 11 tribes get together 400,000 soldiers at Mizpah, which is this central spot right near the crime scene. And their demand seems pretty legitimate.
Totally. It's a call for justice. All they're saying is, hand over the men responsible.
But then you get to the crucial moment, the breaking point.
Right, because the tribe of Benjamin, who can field maybe, 20 or 30,000 soldiers, tops?
Yeah, at best.
They refuse. They just say no. They're outnumbered maybe 15 to 1, and they choose war. Strategically, it makes absolutely zero sense.
So why? Why do it?
Well, the sources suggest it's these psychological factors. First, you've got this misplaced in-group loyalty. My kin, right or wrong.
Right. Over national justice.
And that quickly turns into this rigid, tribal pride. Like, who are you to tell our tribe what to do? And that defiance, really more than the crime itself, is what sealed their fate.
And what comes next is, I think, the most strategically baffling part of the whole story.
It really is. The 11 tribes, with this overwhelming force, they seek divine guidance, and they're told to fight.
So they go to the first battle, and Israel loses 22,000 men. Benjamin wins.
An incredible upset. So the coalition goes back, they seek guidance again, and again they're told, go on, continue.
And in the second battle, they lose another 18,000 men. Benjamin wins again.
Okay, stop right there. Let's just pause on that.
Yeah.
40,000 of their own soldiers are dead. That's nearly double the entire military strength of their opponent, and they're still committed.
It's a paralyzing strategic failure. They can't adjust their goal, even with this insane, unsustainable cost.
The mission wasn't about justice anymore, was it?
No, it had devolved completely into ego and just pure vengeance.
It's only after that third attempt that they finally get a clear promise of victory.
And when they finally do win, that's when the emotional intensity just takes over. It leads to absolute annihilation.
Total annihilation. The initial objective is achieved, sure. They chase down the Benjamin forces. 25,000 Benjamin soldiers are killed.
Yeah.
But the army doesn't stop.
Yep.
They go after everyone. Only 600 men from the entire tribe survive by fleeing to a place called the Rock of Rimmon. The Israelite army slaughtered every single other person, men, women, children, and every animal, and then burned every city to the ground.
So what does this story mean for you, for us, today? The coalition got their conquest. They got their justice. But at what cost? 40,000 of their own dead and the near total destruction of one of their own 12 tribes.
It was a victory with nothing but scars.
Yeah.
It's such a powerful warning against pursuing your will at any cost. You might be right. You might win the argument. But if proving you're right completely shatters the relationship
with a colleague, family member,
any community, then you've just inflicted a catastrophic strategic failure on yourself.
The source material is so clear. Once the fighting started, the focus shifted completely from, a demand for justice to just this blind pursuit of revenge.
And that brings us to the final thought for you to consider. When does the process of seeking a resolution become so costly, so all-consuming, that it's actually way more destructive than the original problem?
What internal wars are you fighting right now, where winning the argument might ultimately mean losing the relationship?